What's up guys, my name is Matthew Thomas and today I'm going to be showing you a drag special effects makeup tutorial. It's only September, but you need time to practice this and I love doing it at any time. I mean, hey, whatever. We all like our things. But before we get started, I'm going to go grab some coffee, so I will be right back. I know it's too early for Christmas stuff. I went to the fabric store the other day because I really wanted to make a mane for her. Like a lion, even though she's a girl, don't judge her. There are no genders in this house. Anyway, they have Christmas stuff already. We haven't even hit Halloween. Here's to you, fabric store. Alright, so first we're gonna moisturize the face. I have some paint on me, don't judge me. I was painting yesterday and it didn't come off. I did take a shower. It just didn't come off. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Whatever. Even your ears. I sometimes like to get even in here. Like, you don't want it to be dry. You want it to be nice and just moist. Anyway. I love coffee. And so before we start, you're not going to be able to eat whenever you're in the look. So eat beforehand. Maybe I just need to chill. The latex is pretty much my covering where I shaved the other day, so I don't have to shave. And I'm still gonna be hiding my manly features a little bit, you know. First, we're gonna prime our face. I use this one because it's at the grocery store. It's pretty cheap. I just put it right here a lot because I get pores right around here. So I'm gonna take a disposable brush that I can just throw away, and I'm gonna put a nice coat of liquid latex right around where I'm gonna want the mouth piece to go. You're gonna get your upper lip all the way across. Kind of go out the lines a little bit, just because you want to do it. You want it to blend out. We're gonna let that set a little bit, and then add another layer. So you'll notice that I did it kind of like under my cheekbones right here, kind of like a contour, because when we go in for the contour later, you're gonna want it to blend over both of them. It's gonna make it look more seamless when you do add some contours to it. At this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have shaved, but we're still gonna go with it. Maybe I'll still look like a girl at the end of it. Who knows? We'll see. So now you're gonna want to rip up some cotton balls like so. So see how I have it like this? I like to get it and kind of separate it right here at the tip, just so that it blends out a little bit easier, and put it on the face. Ugh, that looks like crap, but we'll fix it. Blend it down. And you're gonna leave that little stretch there because that's gonna look like ripped skin. We're gonna hope. I like to get one that has like a lot of separation. When you soak it and you pull it back out, it separates easier, and then you can blend it out. When it's too thick, it kind of just like clumps, and you really don't want that. It's not going to blend out. I'm not really putting pressure on the inside because I'm going to pull that up a little bit later. As it goes on, I am going to seal my mouth. It's going to be closed. I'm not going to be able to talk unless you want it to pull up. Alright, so now I'm going to be doing a voiceover. From here, you're going to want to press down on your chin. You see I blended out a little bit, and we add some more product. This is all about piecing it together and just blending it out and getting your form and your shape on how you want to go. Here you'll see the liquid latex that I use. I get it from the local Halloween store. It's pretty inexpensive. At this point, it looks like I'm just about done, just a few more touches here and there, and then we can dance a little bit and let it dry. Now you'll see that I'm adding some more liquid latex just over the whole thing, just to give it a nice blended feel, and then I'm going through with a toothpick and picking out the makeshift flaps of skin. At this point, we're going to put translucent setting powder on the whole thing because our foundation and other colors aren't going to stick to the latex. Now we're going to take a foundation, any one will work, and we'll put it all over the face, including the latex. I use a sponge on my face, and sometimes I spray it with setting spray whenever the foundation is getting a little too dry.
And then I take a foundation brush just to get into the grooves of the latex because it does get a little bit difficult. And then I'm going to go in with my concealer and enhance my feminine features. From here, we're going to blend out that concealer and then set that with some translucent setting powder again, and then we'll go to the next step. At this point, I realized I forgot to do my neck, so then I went in with some foundation, blended that out, and set that as well before going on to the next thing. Now we're going to take a brown eyeshadow or pressed powder, and we're going to darken up the crevices of the latex piece just so that it gives a dirty effect and you don't really see the white of the latex because that does seem to show through quite a bit. And then we're going to blend over that with the sponge that has some foundation left over on it just to blend it, and then we're going to set that as well before we contour. Now I'm going to take this bronzer blush duo and I'm going to start kind of like a transition shade for my contour. I like to do this just as like a sketch, and I go on my nose, my cheeks, my temples, and right in my eye socket to create dimension. Ooh, sultry. Now we're going to take the Honey Beige. This has a lighter tint to it than the translucent powder. It's really good for setting the face, and I love to bake my face with this. It's really good. This is a third shade called Naturally Neutral, and I like to just go over the contours with this because it gives a darker touch to it. And then we're going to brush all of that off. I know, it's a lot. And then we're going to start going in with our contours. This is a lighter shade. This is my contour shade, and I'm just going to go right under the cheekbones and over the latex piece so we can get that seamless feel. Go over the temples, go over your nose, and especially get your neck. Don't forget your neck. Now we're going to take that brown pressed powder from earlier and we're going to define our contours with that. It's really going to help with the shading and lighting effect that we're trying to make. And back at it again with the Honey Beige setting powder. Drag makeup is all about adding and adding and adding. That's the best way I can put it. Just more is more with drag makeup. But now we're going to go in with some purple shadows and we're going to give it a little bruised effect on the latex. Now we're going to take some red face paint that you can get at your grocery store around Halloween time, and we're going to go in between the what you would call skin, and we're going to paint that red so it looks like blood. In my opinion, this really brings us all together and it looks really intense and really cool. I went in with some black into the corners of some of the holes, and then I went in with the bronzer and blush and just blended out over that setting powder just so I could give the whole face a more blended feel. Now I'm going to take a spoolie and brush through my brows before I draw them on. I don't cover my brows like most drag queens do. I just start filling them in with some powder and call it a day. And then I take that same pressed powder from my contour and I brush that into the inner brow and I connect the contour on my nose. Then I take some tape and I put that under my eyes before we start the eyeshadows. So now we're going to take the light gray shade and we're going to form a crease. This is kind of like our transition shade. This is going to be kind of like a cool toned eye look. So we're going to go in with that and blend that out up into the brow bone. Now we're going to take the next gray shade, we're going to put that in the outer corner. It's a little bit darker, and then we're going to get our blending brush and the previous shade, and we're going to blend that all together to get a smoky effect in the outer corner and give it some more dimension. Now we're going to take a medium shade shimmer and put that on the middle of the lid, the center, and then we're going to take a darker shimmer shade and put that on the outer portion of that, and then we're going to blend that together to get an airbrushed feel. Now I'm going to go in with a white shimmer on that palette, which I didn't really care for, so I went in with a Maybelline shimmer and it's pure white, and I went in on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, under my eyebrows, and the inner corners of my eye, and then I blended that out as well with the blending brush. Oh, okay. Now we're going to take off the tape, And then we're going to go back in with that honey beige, and we're going to go under the cheeks and on the forehead just so we can continue to bake. And then we're going to go in with our eyeliner. We're not going to do a wing, we're just going to go over the eyes somewhat so that there's not a gap when we put on our lashes. Now we're going to go in with some black eyeshadow from NYX. This one's really pigmented. Put it in the outermost corner of the eye and blend that out to really bring in that dimension. Then we're going to take the same shades that we used in our crease and we're going to put that underneath our eye, slap on some eyeliner and some mascara, and then we'll be able to hop on to the next thing. Now I'm going to brush off that excess powder, all of that powder that we had set on our face, and I'm going to go back in with that pressed powder, the contour shade, and we're just going to bring some warmth back into the face. And then we're going to go in with our blush and bring some more color into the cheeks. This is a zombie look, but we still want to be kind of pretty, you know, just a little glamorous. Now we're going to take a matte red eyeshadow and we're going to put that over the face paint so that when we add the next powders, it's not going to move around too much. We're going to take a black eyeshadow from NYX and this is going to darken it up and give some depth. We're going to take the darker brown from before and we're going to make it a little bit dirty, and then we're going to take that pressed powder that we've been contouring with and we're going to warm up the whole face, the whole skin tone down there so that it blends with the whole face. Now it's time for lashes. I use wig bonding glue, probably not safe, but whatever. Get it tacky, blow on it with your nose a little bit, and BAM! You got eyelashes. It works just like that. Add some mascara and you're ready for the next step. Ugh, lashes are so annoying, and so is the fact that I sweat so much. You don't have to comment about that. Now you can dust that powder on your face off. I really don't know why that was there, but now we can get to the best part, which is the Scab Blood. And this is my favorite. It's really gonna bring the whole look together. You can get this at your Halloween store. It's not too expensive. You just get it on the end of a makeup brush and you just slather that on. It's really messy, it's really sticky, but trust me, this is really gonna bring the whole look together. Now all you have to do is set your face with some setting spray and you'll be good to go. I'm going to be doing two looks today. First, I'm going to do my chola look. I have an undershirt, I have my flannel, I have my micro braided wig. My 13-year-old sister and I did this not that long ago. It was kind of fun. And then I'm going to slap on a bandana, and I really think this is going to tie the whole look together. I really love this. It came out really good, and so did the following look. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I had so much fun making this. Please like and subscribe. Please share and do all of that fun stuff. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, tune into my next video. I think I want to introduce all of my pets. I have lots of pets, so stay tuned.